All right. So this is my first live stream, and I'm going to be reviewing the UFC Fight Island 7 entire card, top to bottom, and yeah, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. Um, just leave a comment, your thoughts, who you think is going to win. Um, and we'll get started here, guys. Like I said, for anybody that's joining in, leave a comment. Tell me who you think is going to win. As I'm going through the card, you can look through it with me. I love to reach out to you guys, and please share. Whoever is watching, please share this. I'd like to get as many people I can in this live stream. After this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I love the support. It really does help, and the subscribers really do help. So enough of me chatting away and chatting about me and subscribers and all that bullshit. Let's get on the UFC because that's what we're talking about here. So we're gonna start off on the prelims. So some of these fights I don't know the fighters well enough, so please bear with me on this. So you got Jacob Kilburn and Austin Lingo. I don't really know these guys too well. I feel bad for saying that if they ever watch this and they're like, "Who the fuck? You don't know me who I am?" But no, seriously, I really don't know these guys too well. But from looking at it, someone always told me whoever has more tattoos is going to win the fight. So just for this fun one, I'm not really going to get technical and like skill wise. I'm going to go with Austin Lingo, just the whole tattoo thing. It's kind of a running joke between friends. So I'm going to go with Austin Lingo on this one. So, oh, Jesus. Come on. Okay. All right. Okay, so and then we got it's going to be in the women's starweight. We got the Canadian Sarah Morris and Vanessa Milo. She's from Brazil. So you got Sarah Morris. I mean, she's 6-7, which probably not very good. And you got Vanessa Milo. I don't really know her very well, but I do know Sarah Morris. I've watched quite a few of her fights. I think this is kind of a win, kind of a fight she needs to win, and I don't know. I mean, I think that she definitely needs to win this fight. She's been coming out short. I mean, I think her last fight she fought Zaja Irving, if that's how you say her name, and I think that it's gonna be a tough fight for her. I think that she's gonna win this one. Now with the other girl, like I said, I don't really know her very well. I'm probably okay. So they don't have the picks on here. I'm on the UFC website. They don't have the picks. So or sorry, excuse me. They don't have the odds, the Vegas odds. So I'm actually I kind of lied on my description. I'm not gonna do the odds on here. Maybe I might do another video. But if my personal picks, I have to go with Vanessa Melo. So moving on from there, let's go. Okay, so now we got David Zawanda. Excuse me, welterweight bout. We got David Zawanda and Ramzan Amiev. Again, two guys I don't really know a whole lot of. I guess with this fight, I probably would go with the favorite, David Zawanda. I think he's the favorite in this fight. I'm probably going to go with him. I guess I'm going to go through these a little bit more quickly just because still got a lot more big fights in the main card. So you got Nick, can't even fucking talk today. You got a featherweight bout. You got Nick Lentz and Mike Grundy. I think I'm going to go with Nick Lentz. I've seen him fight a little bit more. I'm more comfortable throwing my pick at him. But I think Nick Lentz has got this one. Like I said, I'm gonna really run through these prelims. I know that sometimes these are more the bigger can be more the bigger knockouts and bigger fights, but I am gonna move on. So we got Carlos Felipe. This is a heavyweight bout. We got Carlos Felipe and Justin Tafa. This is another fight. It's an interesting fight. Heavyweight. I mean, it's getting a lot more competitive. I think this is definitely a very competitive fight. It's in a very competitive division. I think Carlos Felipe's got this one, but Tafa, I don't know. I mean, this is a really interesting fight. So definitely, I think that. Definitely, I do think this is. I think Carlos Felipe's got this one. And then the next fight we got at middleweight, Amari Akhmedov and Tom Breeze. This is a really interesting fight. I mean, Amari's is ranked number 13. Tom Breeze obviously is going to try to get in the top 15. Tom Breeze, I mean, he's been in there for a while. I think Tom Breeze, he's definitely got the skill set. I think he can definitely come in and definitely win for sure. But I think Amari, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what's going to happen there. I mean, it's possible Amari could come out with a win. It's possible Tom could come out with a win. But I think Amari, I would slightly probably go towards Amari. He's looking good. I think Amari's got this fight. So let's go on. Women's bantamweight. So we got Wu Yan. I'm doing a live stream right now. We're in women's bantamweight. Wu Yan versus Joslyn Edwards. I'm not too sure about these two women. I'm probably going to go with Wu Yan. If I look at this fight here, I'm actually going to scope more into this fight. So you got Wu Yan from China and Joslyn Edwards from Panama. Now, I think Joslyn Edwards is a newcomer. So with just kind of looking at here, excuse me, how do you say her name again? Wu Yan. I mean, she's got 60% KO, and then 20% submission, 20% decision. Average fight time 9 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's not terrible. I mean, she's definitely probably getting. I don't really know much about her. But she's definitely, your average fight time is 9 minutes and 30 seconds. You're definitely either getting finishes in the first and second round. I would have to go back and look at her fights. But definitely, I think she's got this fight. But I mean, again, I can't really say much about this fight because, again, I don't. I can't really say much because I don't really know them both, so it's really hard to say. But I would go with the Chinese fighter. Next one is at 185. So you got Philip Haas and Nasser. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This whole card's got me all fucked because like all the names are all hard to pronounce. So. And by the way, anybody that's watching right now, you're welcome to leave a comment, throw your comments down, tell me who you got, or if you just are watching, enjoy it, tell me what you think. Anyway, going back to this fight, Phil Paz and Nasruddin. I swear this card has just made me bound to fail with the names. Nasruddin, okay, this guy and Philip Paz. Anyway, so they're both in the UFC. Philip Paz is definitely making some buzz for sure. He's driving some buzz out there. He's got pretty high finish rate, 78% of KOs, TKOs, submissions, 22%, no decisions. So this guy's been finishing every fight, no matter whether it's a knockout or a submission. Whereas you got Amamov, the Russian. He's got 30% TKO, KO, 44% submission, and 22% decision. That doesn't obviously reflect on how your outcome on the fight, but it does definitely show where you're winning your fights. So he's definitely showing more submission skills. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see whether or not he's going to take Haas to the ground. I mean, Haas obviously can submit people too, so it's not like I'm writing out his skill on the ground by any means. Let me see. Anyway, sorry. Like I said, guys, this is my first live stream, so trying to learn how to go back and forth. Yeah, so they're both, one Haas is 6'0", and the Russian's 6'3", so he's got a bit of a height advantage. But then again, Haas has got the reach, so it kind of works out, which is kind of weird. Why when you're shorter you got longer reach, but when you're taller you got shorter reach. That doesn't. I always wanted to know that, but yeah, this is definitely the prelim. As of right now, it's the prelim, feature prelim, and I'll tell you guys right now. I mean, unless if a bunch of fights gets cut off by COVID, which is very possible. I mean, you can't say that this fight will be the feature prelims, but we'll see. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the main card. Opening up the main card. Again, they're cursing. They are definitely. This is like a curse on me. Like this is just bound. I can't pronounce half these names, but I'm gonna try my best. So you have Puna Heel Serrano versus Dusko Todorovic. Probably would have helped if I had the screen capture while I was doing this, but so then you guys know who the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, so we both got undefeated records. So I mean, they definitely there's a lot more to lose here than there's to gain for sure. Both guys I actually not seen fight at all, so that's kind of unfortunate. But they're both around the same KO TKO rate, so I mean that's kind of good. So you both know that they're definitely gonna throw haymakers as a 3-rounder. So good idea what could be happening, or it could be a takedown game, could be a takedown game. I don't know. But definitely, I haven't. Again, it's kind of hard for me to do my predictions, especially with those guys that I haven't really watched fight. So I can't really give a total accurate representation of what's going on. Again, for anybody that has joined, please leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Give me your predictions, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, with these guys, I think I'm gonna slightly go towards. I think I'm gonna go towards Todorovic. I think he's got this one, and I'm only picking him just because I didn't know who else to pick. But based on he's got 10 fights. The other guy's got 7. He's got a little bit more experience, not much more, but he does have a little bit of that little bit more experience, so I'm going to go with him. Okay, so the next one. Okay, this one, I mean, there's no way that nobody would know how this. Nobody knows. It's not like anybody doesn't know who these guys are. So the next one is at 185 middleweight. You got Numenza, Joaquin Buckley versus Benzo, Alesso de Cacaro. Both guys, I mean, holy shit! I mean, I'm excited for this fight. Kind of like the last bout. They're both around the same with experience. Both 12, and Buckley with 3 losses, and Cacaro with 5 losses. Yeah, but I mean, besides that, it's almost like they're virtually identical, except with the leg reach, and he's got a little bit. Cacaro's got a little bit more with the leg reach. But almost everything's virtually identical. Now you got Joaquin Buckley, 75% KO TKO, Cacaro with 42%, Cacaro with 33% submission, but they're both 25% decision. You got Alesso Cacaro. I mean, he's got average fight time of 12 minutes and 4 seconds. Knockdown at the average 0.36 per 15 minutes. they don't really have anything down for Joaquin Buckley, which is kind of interesting. I mean, he's created a lot of buzz. Joaquin Buckley, I'm gonna have to go with him. I mean, he's just got some freaky power. Alesso Cacaro, I mean, he impressed me in his last fight as well. I think it was his last fight, but Joaquin Buckley, man, I mean, I think he's got the knockout of the year, I believe. Yeah, he's got knockout of the year, and I mean, holy shit, the guy, like the one he did, the spin, that one kick that he did, it was just unbelievable. I'm gonna have to go with Joaquin Buckley. I mean, the guy, he's he's a freak. He's just unbelievable. I'm gonna have to go with him. So Joaquin Buckley, actually, and if I want to get specific, knockout first or second round. I haven't really been doing that this whole time, but I'm gonna start doing it. So next fight on the main card, you got Santiago Ponzinibio and Li Jingliang. Both guys, I mean, they're both guys that I really do respect. They both have worked their way up. I mean, they both been in the UFC for at least the last 3 to 4 years. Santiago Ponzinibio, I know he was really working his way into that top 10 for sure. He's currently not ranked, unfortunately. So you got him from Argentina, and they got Jingliang from China. Another Chinese fighter. I mean, they're really breaking out there right now. Now you got Ponzinibio, who's 28-3, Jingliang 17-6. So they're both fairly. I mean, Santiago's got more the experience for sure. But I mean, both height is 6'0". I mean, they're fighting at 170, almost virtually identical for the most part. They're, I mean, this fight couldn't get any more identical than they can now, almost. Now let's look at the wins by. So I mean, Ponzinibio, he's got 52% for KO. Jingliang, 47%, both submission. Ponzinibio 22%, and then you got Jingliang 24%. You got Ponzinibio 26% decision, and then 29% for Jingliang. Both got about the same average fight time, and Ponzinibio's got a little bit more knockdown average per 15 minutes. So this is a really interesting fight because I'm gonna go back to the whole idea about watching them kind of work their way up the rankings. So I think that with both these guys, they both have a lot of good stand-up for sure. And with Santiago, I mean, he's got some freaky power. I mean, I remember watching him and Mike Perry. I mean, like he's unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable power. I mean, I think with him and Neil Magny, I think the way he just backed up Neil Magny. I believe it's Neil Magny that he fought. I mean, the way he fights. I mean, currently I'm actually trying to get an interview with him at the moment. But yeah, I mean, he's just unbelievable. And I mean, I do believe this is a pretty close. I'm pretty sure this is not a last minute fight, but like this is kind of short notice fight for both of them. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. So I really do respect these guys. They've been climbing the rankings, especially Li Jingliang. I mean, this guy, honestly, it's almost like he's not. I respect what he's been doing. He just feels like he needs to get his own like character. I find like everyone's kind of got their own stick. If he had something like that, I think he would create a little bit more buzz. But Santiago Ponzinibio, I'm excited to watch him come back. I mean, and he's going to come back at welterweight, and he's going to he's a problem for sure. But this fight, it's going to be really interesting. I'm going to have to say Santiago Ponzinibio. I think TKO round 1. For some real reason, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know if I'm a wizard, but I'm rubbing the ball, and I think I'm going to see him get the first round TKO. TKO, sorry, not KO, TKO. Okay, so moving on. Let me see. So you got actually now this one will be cool too. It's a veteran fight. I mean, let's look at it. I mean, you got this is obviously going to be a welterweight. So you got the natural born killer Carlos Condit, and the immortal Matt Brown. I could go through the stats, but these guys, you know these guys so well, so I'm not even going to go through that. These guys are well known. I don't think it shows their age, unfortunately. It does not show their age, so unfortunately, but I think. Hold on. Yeah, no, it doesn't show their age, but they're both definitely getting up there for sure. So this still will definitely be a good fight for both of them because they're both. They've been around for a long time, and you never want to say anything like, "Oh, you're too old to fight." But definitely, it is harder as you fight as you get older. I mean, we've seen it. But this will definitely be a good veteran fight. I don't know. I mean, I think Matt Brown's got a little bit more the aggression. He's probably going to come out a little bit more aggressive, in my opinion. Carlos Condit, though, I mean, he's fought for a world title. I mean, he's been a world champion, and I think in WEC and UFC, I'm pretty sure. I don't know about Matt Brown. I don't think he's ever got the title. I'm not sure if in other organizations he has, but definitely he's definitely up there with Carlos Condit. I mean, they're both very skilled. Matt Brown, I mean, I'll never forget. I think it was him and what's his face gave that sweet elbow knockout. So I mean, it'll be interesting. Matt Brown, it's not. I wouldn't count him out, but I think Carlos Condit will probably get the decision. It'll be interesting. I think he's going to use. He's definitely going to probably try to weather the storm the first round. Matt Brown will probably come out very aggressive, but I think Carlos Condit is going to get this unanimous decision round 3 or unanimous decision. All right, and then this takes us to the main card here. So, okay, hold on. Before I go right to the main card, do you even roll, bro? All right. What's up? Nothing much, man. Nothing much. But okay, so let's get to the main fight here. Okay, you guys ready for this? Okay, so I'm gonna spend a little bit more time with this, obviously, because it's like the main fight. I mean, this is a freaking awesome fight. I mean, when they announced this, Max Holloway and Calvin Kattar. Holy dog! I was just like, oh my god! I was excited. I was very excited. So this is going to be for 145, obviously. I don't think I need to introduce what weight class they are. I mean, Max Holloway, I mean, unbelievable fighter. Calvin Kattar, both these guys are just amazing what they do. Max Holloway, this guy does not need introduction. He's done it all at 145. I like to see him go up to 155. I know he did once to fight for that one open title or for the one interim title. Fortunately, it didn't work out for him, but I think I'd like to still see him go up there because I don't know if it's going to be harder for him to get back down to 145 the older he gets. I mean, he's had trouble in the past, but it seems like he's gotten it down, so we'll see. But anyway, enough about weight cuts. Calvin Kattar, I mean, if you ever come to Michigan, we have to do a Hot Ones trivia challenge. Not enough power for him. Okay. Cool, man. We'll see. To fight at enough power for. Yeah, it's definitely yeah. I think that's why he's fighting at 145. A lot of fighters do it. They cut that kind of weight so they have advantage. So let's talk about this fight again. Okay, so Max Holloway, obviously 21-6-0. Calvin Kattar 22-4. So they're pretty. I mean, actually, Calvin Kattar, he's got more excuse me. No, they almost have the same fight experience, except Calvin Kattar's got a little bit better, has a little bit better of the record. Sorry, but Max Holloway's got slightly more experience. Both 5'11". Reach. I mean, actually, Calvin Kattar's got more of the reach. I mean, but then obviously Max Holloway's got more of the leg reach. So, I mean, Kelvin Kattar's, I think he's got more of an advantage in this fight. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Max Holloway here, okay? I like Max. I love Max, actually. Great guy. I think he won his last fight. Like everyone else thought, he won his last fight against Volkanovski. I mean, I think the one betting site said that that they even gave back people their money because they believe that he actually won that fight, and they said no, that's fucking bullshit. So they gave everybody their money back, whoever put their money on Holloway that fight. But anyway, I mean, you look at this. Yeah, when you look at the stats here, Max Holloway 48% KO TKO, 10% submission, and 43% decision. Average fight time 14 minutes and 0.8 seconds. Knockdown average 0.35 or 39. And then you got Calvin Kattar, TKO, KO, TKO 52%, submission 10%, decision 38%. The thing that I find really interesting with this fight is, I mean, you look at Max Holloway, we all know about his cardio. It'll be interesting to see Calvin Kattar in his cardio in 5 rounds. Now, advantage would probably go towards Max Holloway for the cardio, but I mean, we haven't seen I don't think I've ever seen Calvin Kattar go 5 rounds. If I haven't, then I stand corrected. I stand corrected if he has gone 5 rounds. But if you look at Calvin Kattar, I'm actually going for Calvin Kattar in this fight. I'm not kissing ass because I'm doing a podcast with his coach on Monday. No, but seriously, but no, I mean, like I do honestly believe he will win this fight. Calvin Kattar, kind of like the one fight I was talking about with the Ponzinibio and Jing Lang or Li Jing Lang. I mean, he's kind of one of those guys that's really worked his way up as well as his teammate Rob Font. I mean, they both have. I've watched them, and they get better and better every fight. And so is Max. I mean, Max Holloway's done really well too. But I mean, Max Holloway, I think because now everyone knows what he's gonna do. He's gonna run you down the whole fight because his cardio never stops. Like the man, I think he needs to fight Tony Ferguson. Honestly, those guys can fight all fucking night if they really want to. They could go 30 rounds if they could. But with Kelvin Kattar, I mean, holy shit! I mean, the way he's starching all these guys. I mean, his last, I think his last one would have to be, oh Jesus, what's his name? Jesus, someone can help me out with this one, eh? Jesus, God, what the hell is his name? Okay, whoever it was, his last fight, I mean, Starch knocked him out with an elbow. I mean, the way this guy's stand up is unbelievable. I mean, both guys' stand up is great. And I guess with this fight, you gotta really wonder. Jesus, after I'm almost done this stream here. Man, I can't even talk right now. But with this fight, I think it'll be a stand-up fight, but it'll be interesting to see who might try to take the other one down. Because Kelvin Kattar's got that wicked power, and Holloway, man, I mean, he's definitely not going to go in because he knows. I mean, Kelvin Kattar's got wicked power. He's got a lot of tools in the bag, and I think that's where he has a lot of advantage in this fight. And Kelvin Kattar, he's hot right now. I mean, he's just definitely, I don't know. I mean, he's just got that it factor. And Max Holloway, and I'll go back to the stats with the KO and TKO. When you look at that with Max Holloway, yeah, he's got TKOs, he's got KOs, TKOs. But the thing is, what you got to remember is he's all about volume. He doesn't have power. Now, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to try to talk shit because obviously I go in the gym with him. He probably knocked my ass out. But I mean, like, looking at his fights, a lot of his fights are ending TKO. But I mean, it's from volume striking. I mean, if you look at him and Brian Ortega, I mean, props to that guy. He could take a shit kicking all night. I mean, went pretty much 5 rounds. I mean, holy shit. I never seen anybody take a shit kicking like that. But Max Holloway, I mean, if it was someone like if that was Calvin Kattar and Max Holloway's cardio hitting Brian Ortega like that, I don't think Brian Ortega would have still standing. Max Holloway, I mean, he has the ability to knock people out, but it's been shown that he's got the volume, and volume is okay. I mean, it does wear you down over time, so that's another factor going in this fight. Can Calvin Kattar take that kind of damage? But can Calvin Kattar take him out before that happens? I think Calvin Kattar is not stupid. He knows that I can't get tired up by this guy, because this guy, I mean, shit, he's he's not. We all know how he fights. He's got to run you down, and I mean, he's also you got to think about Max Holloway. He can smite people on the ground. He has skill on the ground, so not as much, obviously 10% there, but I mean, he has skill on the ground, so it'll be really interesting. And Calvin Kattar, I mean, I think this fight, I think I'm going to go with Calvin Kattar. I mean, Max Holloway, he can take a shit kicking too. He can take some real power, but I think with Max Holloway, he's definitely, with all the fights that he's been in, with the weight cut, everything going on, all the fights, all the wars he's been in, I guess wars. I mean, just all the 5-rounders he's been in, all the damage that he's taken. I mean, he's been hit hard by Conor McGregor. I mean, I know people have their feelings about Conor McGregor right now, but Conor, I mean, his powers, that left hand. I mean, I think he's ruined Nate Diaz's chin and his face. He's been in so many big fights, so it'll be interesting to see like how Max Holloway will be able to take that chin, how good his chin's gonna hold up with Calvin Kattar. I mean, again, Calvin Kattar, he's not just, I mean, he's got great stand up. I mean, he's using his elbows. He's got so much tools in the bag. And again, I love Max. Okay, I love Max, great fighter. I'm not saying this is a walk in the park for Calvin Kattar, but I'm gonna go with Calvin Kattar on this, and that might be unpopular, but I think Calvin Kattar's got this fight. So that's my picks for UFC Fight Island 7. If you guys like this, please hit that subscribe button and the like, and because it really does help me out. And I thank you for the continuous support. And we'll catch you at the fights, guys. All right. So you guys take care. Okay. Have a good weekend.